Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I can't really see anything on screen, but I know that you can see. Okay, that's all good. Right, it's been a few days, so let's have a look and see what the energy's feeling like at the moment. Let's use the Rider-Waite. It's a beautiful day. There's a nice breeze in the air as well. Okay. Let's pull together a story. I did just see the Seven of Cups, which is about making decisions. The Nine of Wands and the Three of Wands. This is really feeling as if it's kind of like that final part where you're kind of ready to let the past go. There's still this apprehension of kind of giving over the trust, basically. I was going to say give over the faith, but it was about having faith. Handing it all over to the divine and then waiting. Not as in waiting, it's trusting that the manifestation will come. We have Judgment here, and then we have the Five of Cups. So Judgment is about being judged on past events, past actions. Then we have the 1111 card, the Four of Wands. Okay, let's just do this row here first. Let's channel this. The last hurdle. So it's like leaving everything behind, okay? And then you've kind of, it's like you've got a wall up about kind of going back. Okay, it all feels a bit back to front, because it's kind of, it's more about having a wall up now about going back to the old life. It's like a certainty. But like I said, there's still this apprehension about actually, starting over again and trusting. And it is trusting in the divine. This is the card of manifestation. It's when all your dreams, when you start to believe, okay, that you are worthy of these abundant rewards, they're delivered to you. But then there's the Judgment card, and this makes me feel as if the feeling of maybe you've done too much to even kind of get back any kind of reward. So there's this element of beating yourself up over past events here. The fear of being judged, but understanding that you need to face judgments of all sorts, okay, to be enlightened. It's until the judgments no longer bother you that you won't be attracting them, okay. So it's a fear of judgment here. There's those three cups here with whatever's been spilled out of them. Okay, you've got the Two of Cups behind. So it really is about, it's time to turn around, go towards the Two of Cups, which is, I want to say, the transition into this new kind of life. It doesn't really feel like there's walls here. It feels like you can kind of, I don't know, skip quite freely within this kind of environment. Okay, what's the bottom of the deck? The Divine Feminine. Okay, so this is the single, independent, nurturing, capable. Right, let's clarify these. I've got the Psychic Tarot. Let's clarify this last hurdle card. It's like there's no going back now. It's like you're on the path of ascension. The base chakra. This is about building firm foundations and about remaining balanced, okay? So I want to say grounding your energy. as you're going into this new direction. The base chakra. Whoa, whoa. Divine Feminine's flown off, but we've left the High Priestess. Okay. The last hurdle, staying grounded now. I'm going to read what the base chakra would like to say. The key words are I have, the colour is red, the sound is lamb, and the element is earth, and it's the adrenal gland. So known as the base or root chakra, this energy centre is situated at the base of the spine and is most closely related to all of your earthly issues, such as survival, the physical body, issues of money, subsistence, safety, and shelter. To balance this chakra, practicing yoga can be extremely beneficial. Dancing or light physical exercise will also help keep the energy flowing and harmonious. Honouring your body and taking care of it on the outside will bring you well-being on the inside. It works both ways. And I've said about this wall being up. Okay, that's kind of good, because that's building good foundations, isn't it? Boundaries. So maybe this is about the Divine Masculine now setting boundaries, as he kind of finds himself on this new path. It's like a clean slate. The card of manifestation, 3 of Wands, waiting for your ships to come in. Okay, you've put out your intentions, your ideas, your desires. Then comes the faith, okay, and believing that you're worthy of them, and let's find out. Destiny. Now, destiny's in reverse, the whole pack's in reverse. Okay, that's cool, but it's still come out. I said there was this anticipation here of whether or not you're actually worth, what the divine wants to deliver to you. It's the destiny card. So the wheel will turn. It's the wheel of fortune. But there's still this fear, which means there's going to be that block to allowing the manifestation to come in. So I'm feeling for the Divine Masculines here, it's about getting grounded, trying to ground this energy now. And that is really about being in control of your emotions, let's say. And then we had the Destiny card that was in reverse, meaning it's still this lack of confidence. The self-forgiveness needs to be a big one, because we come across judgment here. This is when really you're called by the divine. Okay, I want to say the judgment, because it's the card before you go on to the world card, which is about really wrapping up cycles so that new ones can begin. You're needing to be able to speak freely, okay, and openly about the past, learning not to carry the guilt and the shame from the past, learning from it and being able to move on. Most people don't even get to this stage because they can't actually even kind of bear to face their past actions and maybe hurt pain that maybe they've caused, as well as what's been caused upon them. So it's really just kind of having a good look at your whole kind of life, and you make that judgment call on yourself. And it is most definitely about forgiveness here. So let's get a card. Are they up the right way? Yes, they are. There was harmony I just saw, which is the Lovers. Okay, let's get a card for this judgment. Rejoice in celebration. Like I said, it's when you actually are able to face the past, the present. There's just this relief, okay, that's kind of, you just feel a weight's been lifted. And you'll start to understand that a lot of us, most of us, are holding this judgment towards others and also towards ourselves. And it's time to let that go. It's like, who are we to judge another? Every time you judge another, you're just really judging yourself. It's a part of you inside that you're not liking when you see that reflected in somebody else. Okay, the Five of Cups. So getting over this past. It's the pain of the past. It's actually getting over the trauma of events and starting again, not letting it hinder you. So you do your mourning, okay? You go through all the part of shame and blame and worthiness and the unfairness of things. And then you just let it go. It's kind of happened, and you turn around and you kind of move towards the Two of Cups. That's kind of lessons learned. Recognition and reward. About working in partnerships with like-minded people, but with this card here, it just reminds me of the forgiveness card. I feel it's really, about coming forth. With the judgment here, what came through was what will be, will be. And our fears are always normally worse than what we actually end up, experiencing. It's just about facing the fear and doing it anyway. So let's have a look at the 1111 card, the Four of Wands. Celebration, marriage, happy community, happy life, happy wife, happy children, happy husband, good friendships. Financial and material changes. So it's definitely the transition here. Feels like the final kind of part. It's just facing judgment. When you feel as if you've lost everything, and actually you're just on the cusp of everything. It's that thing called faith. What's the bottom? Shadow. Facing the shadow side. It's the Moon card. We have the intuition here of the High Priestess as well. But I said it's really about give yourself that judgment call, that self-analysis of your life and then what you're kind of facing to change, and understanding it's your light and your dark side. It's perfect now to pull a oracle of shadows and light. So let's do that. I am Kali is on the bottom now. I believe it says, from death comes rebirth. That's what it is. It's the transition. Okay, the High Priestess has gone. she's left the five. Sorry, not the four. The Five of Swords, which is it's a surrender card. It's when you have to have a look at your own behaviour, deceit, maybe envy going on, and it's about stopping this. You can feel embarrassed or humiliated, but you have to kind of put a stop to that, and definitely with your associations. If you're in an environment that causes you to kind of behave like this, then that's definitely something that needs to be looked at, is the environment that you're putting yourself within. Let's get a card from here, the Oracle of Shadows and Light. The Ghost of the Pumpkin Patch, count your blessings. It's card number 1. Okay, so about the ghost of the pumpkin patch. This adorable and forlorn little figure is almost transparent, so still and quiet that you may overlook her, thinking you have just seen a wisp of mist go trailing past, when really, all the time, this little ghost is silently standing before you, gently reminding you of something very important, that it soon will be time to harvest again. And the ghost of harvests, missed in the past, will come back to haunt you if you do not take your time and look around right now at all that is. She's not invisible, and she is always there, a reminder that the seasons turn, that the harvest must be brought in, and that those who stay with the earth a while are not always here to haunt you negatively. They are here to help you till their work is done. This little ghost loves her misty home, adores appearing to you when you have forgotten your blessings and your rights, and appears at exactly the right time in your life when you've nearly forgotten how lucky you are. The ghost of the pumpkin patch speaks. Something that is a blessing is being overlooked. It appears cloaked and seems almost invisible to you. You must stand in your field, that is to say, your life, and look around you and see all that has been given to you again and give thanks for it. You are forgetting how much you truly have and how much you will have again and again. My time is the harvest. It is now your time to bring in or harvest the joy and love of what you have so much of and share your abundance. It's said about like kind of being invisible, as if it was covered by a cloak. And it made me feel as if it was like what you're missing is what's inside of you, all your potential, all the abundance that's within. Okay, so the divination message. Something precious is all about you, but it has become so familiar you can barely see it anymore. It is such a fixture in your life that familiarity has bred, if not contempt, a kind of blindness. The beautiful little girl ghost in the pumpkin patch asks you, very gently, to see the abundance all around you and to appreciate that while you are in physical form, there is so much you can enjoy. She wishes for you to harvest what is yours now and to also take steps to call in any debts. There can be outstanding money issues associated with this card, and share the bounty. Do not let anyone cheat you, and know that you don't own a single thing in truth. It will all pass through your hands, but still, ironically, these things you have earned through your hard work are worth protecting. They are not too small, they are not too ordinary. You have more material wealth than you think, so please do count your blessings every day. The important key there, especially as we've been working on this, is the giving and receiving. And also we spoke about how, it's not your money, it's divine money, and divine kind of decides how you distribute that. So it's always about sharing your bounty. So it's about not having this fear of having money or not feeling worthy of it. You need the money because your role is really to share that bounty with others. So I'm just going to read that part again. She wishes for you to harvest what is yours now and to also take steps to call in any debts. There can be outstanding money issues associated with this card, and share the bounty. Okay. And do not let anyone cheat you. So that's this card here. I'm just going to cough, guys. I feel quite bunged up today, a bit nasally, a bit chesty. It's all good. We're clear through it. Normally it means you need to rest. It's stress on the body, so I should take that myself on to rest, although I have been. Maybe I could rest some more, but I think it's just a call for all of us, Being around this kind of energy can really be toxic. and can take a really strain on your own energy field. Spoke about, first of all, about grounding in this energy, this new energy. And it's about removing yourself from these types of deceitful environments that are draining. Count your blessings. It's like everything you need anyway is within. Okay. Let's have a look on the enchanted map and see whereabouts the masculine energy is. We've got 3. Okay. Let's do it. Stormfields. Dorothy! Just reminds me of the Wizard of Oz. Stormfields. Okay, let's read this. An uncomfortable chaos is surrounding you. Things that you left unattended may be the cause of some conflict. Pent-up energy needs release, just as a storm in nature must break. For these events occur when the electricity between opposing forces stirs things up and creates temporary disorder. So I spoke about grounding in this energy. Okay, when the electricity between opposing forces stirs things up, then there's this deceit here as well, and the Judgment card. So emotional loss, it could really all be going on because we've got the financial and material changes. So not all storms are destructive. Rather, they serve nature by bringing rain to the ground and wind to the trees, enabling seeds to be widely distributed and continuous growth to be ensured. Just remember that whatever is being stirred up inside you or between you and another will benefit you later. The sun will shine again and new growth will be observed. Don't be afraid to shake things up a little. Okay. The next card, commitment. $36. A true commitment is a responsibility of the heart, mind, body, and soul. This is a good time to make one. Partnerships formed at this time are harmonious and powerful. The commitment card also indicates the natural evolution of a relationship from its inception to a literal or metaphorical marriage. At the very least, there is a promise of fulfillment in some form. However, you must be conscious of what you're committing to. Be clear about the nature of your commitment and your responsibility to it. Others are more willing to enter into partnerships at this time. Remember that your partnership with Spirit and the highest version of your own self will engage the higher self in another. Being vibrating high and then kind of calling in like-minded people. Wishing well. Card number 48. Desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. Desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration and sensing that moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It is an aha moment when everything makes sense. Perhaps you recognise a soulmate or are conceiving a baby or an idea. The Wishing Well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens, it just does. To that end, you can't control the process of growth. Rather, you must step aside to be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when. Form your intention and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well, then trust in spirit and be prepared to be amazed. So I said it's about really trusting the divine and destiny, putting out your intention and waiting, like I said, but kind of just waiting for the the manifestation, having faith and belief. Hi Lily, you managed to find me. Okay then, let's lay down then. Okay, very interesting. Let's get some mermaids and dolphins. It's a good girl. Do you want to lay down? No, you want to stand tall. Okay. Let me work. I need to put my arm over you, Lily. Okay, let's pull one of these cards, guys. Oh, self-employment. Perfect, because it's about obviously working on mission. Okay, and it's just about serving, sharing the love and light, being of assistance to people that are sent your way. And you'll know the ones that are genuine and that you're here to kind of help and maybe help to light their way. So self-employment. You're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. If you're doing what you love, then you're definitely in the right direction. Well, you're on the right path, just doing what you love. And everything else will just take care of itself. So, you have the drive, discipline, and desire to be your own boss. This card also shows that you have the magical ingredients for a successful business. Heaven wants you to know that you're fully supported spiritually. As long as you stay enthusiastic, as long as you stay enthusiastic, new opportunities will come to you. Your positive energy attracts customers, clients, and contracts. It sure does. It's amazing how the universe, how divine, well, when you've kind of relaxed, okay, we'll just open up all these windows of opportunities for you. If you're in the process of opening a new business, now is the time to do spiritual work, praying, meditating, visualizing, and affirming. It's all to do with the intention. And it's really just kind of getting to grips with this, as it's like the major key, really. Your definiteness of purpose. To conduct research about your business and to do work on yourself by eating healthfully, getting sufficient sleep, and exercising regularly. These multiple layers of action will propel you to miraculous business opportunities. So it spoke here. I want to say, going through this transition here, it feels very much as if like the Divine Masculine's kind of preparing again I want to say like kind of, I don't want to say for a job interview, but actually just preparing himself on the outside, because it spoke now twice about actually looking after, you know, yourself in the physical, because it's a reflection, okay, and vice versa. So I feel that there's just this actual image maybe now taking place, especially if you're thinking about, you know, mentorship, actually being more face to face with people and helping people. That, you know, requires, doesn't require, but it's an inner confidence. When you have self-worth, and when you love yourself, you would just shine with this confidence, okay, and you would just start to look good naturally. You'll want to start to look good, okay. It's like prepare yourself, start acting as if. I'm going to get another one from here. Explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities, and it's good time to make changes. Might as well do them all at once. Yeah, that can be a bit scary. It's a bit like Dorothy. Yeah, the whole house would just go up, and when you come back down to ground, down to earth, things are just different. When you come out of that storm. So let's have a look at explore your options. Sometimes we think this is the way it is, and we don't see other options. By drawing this card, Heaven now asks you to question any situation you think can't be changed. Take a moment and pretend that a magical mermaid has granted you 3 wishes. You can have anything you want. What will you wish for? The truth is that most anything you desire is possible, and this card asks you to explore your options. At first, you might do so mentally, through daydreams and nighttime dreams. So look out for those messages, those kind of messages from divine, kind of prompting you, giving you the ideas. Then it's important to turn those possibilities into realities by breaking them into small goals that you can accomplish today. When you explore new opportunities, the energy of the universe begins flowing in the direction of your dreams. Any step that you take, no matter how small, will help you see options that you may never have noticed before. It's just the allowing again. It's just handing over, okay, to divine, having the faith. Let's get some law of attraction cards. This is awesome. So it's not too late to change your mind, okay? So it's kind of less of the doom and gloom, and my manifesting thoughts are buffered by time. Your earth is a nice environment for fine-tuning your knowledge, for here your thoughts do not translate into instant equivalents. Your thoughts are governed by a buffer of time. If you were instantly manifesting, you would be spending more time trying to fix your mistakes than you would in creating what you want. That's to do with having a negative or a positive mindset. Okay, you're always attracting. Law of attraction is always in action. And this here about waiting for your ships to come in, I said it's not about waiting really for the delivery of it. It's you put your intention out, okay? Positive intention. And then you don't dwell on it too much, so that then you don't bring in the fear. You don't bring in the attachment to it. So it's about desiring, letting it go, and not having actually an attachment of whether or not you achieve that or not. It's kind of a done deal. You know that it's going to be delivered. You don't know when. It's when the vibration is right, but it's never normally. Actually, that's kind of a lie, because small things that you don't have attachments for, you will start to notice. Okay, they're synchronizations because you don't really hold an attachment to it. So you may be thinking of something, and then, or talking to someone about something, and then later on something shows itself. You think, okay, that's a bit of a coincidence. No, it's meant to coincide. But with these big things that we really want, okay, we can kind of get a bit too attached to them and a bit frustrated and impatient, and then you start to question the laws of the universe or whether or not it works, and then you've kind of just ballsed up the whole manifestation process. So thank goodness that there is a buffer of time. Okay. It will be delivered when you're in vibrational harmony with what it is that you were attracting. Okay, so that's why it's important not to be in really a negative vibration, because you are going to then be in alignment with all the vibration of all the negative, okay, intentions, or not even intentions, but yes, intentions, thoughts, okay, beliefs. That's why you've got to really get up and get your happy on, okay, and realize how important it is. So your earth is a nice environment for fine-tuning your knowledge. It's all about knowledge. It's about growing and learning. So that's quite easy then, because it's easier to let go of the past, because we're all here to grow, learn, and to kind of seek and find out the knowledge and then share that with others. So for here, your thoughts do not translate into instant equivalence. Your thoughts are governed by a buffer of time. If you were instantly manifesting, you'll be spending more time trying to fix your mistakes than you would in creating what you want. It's about taking the time, okay? Manifesting that within your intention, within. So you visualize what it looks like, you see it done, you experience what it feels like to actually have that. That's the point of manifestation. Point of manifestation is actually the thoughts, the ideas, when you bask in that energy. You can take the example of, okay, let's just say building a new house, okay? So you can imagine this, or even moving into, your dream property, and you can visualize that and what it looks like, and you can design it, but you don't kind of have that feeling on moving in day, because there's other elements, okay, that come in. So it might be a bit stressful on moving in day, or things might not go quite to plan. So actually the feeling is when you decided that when you wanted something. That's the feeling, that's when the manifestation actually really occurs, and that's the feeling you want to stay in, when you had the desire, not when you started thinking all the but, if only, come on. Now, if I was to win the lottery, that's a classic one. It's like, why wait for the lottery? Why not just design it all now in your mind? And most people don't, because it's the pain, okay, of actually then believing that they're never going to achieve that. So what's the point in dreaming up something that they don't think is achievable? And it's the opposite. Okay, dream up all your heart's desires, have no attachment to them, and then just watch the universe, as long as you're kind of giving and sharing the knowledge that you're learning, really. So your earth is a nice environment for fine-tuning your knowledge, for here your thoughts do not translate into instant equivalence. Your thoughts are governed by a buffer of time. I'm going to read this top one. I attract the essence of my thoughts. The law of attraction and its magnetic power reaches out into the universe and attracts other thoughts that are vibrationally like it, and brings that to you. And so you are getting the essence of what you are thinking about, whether it is something you want or something you do not want. A negative and a positive attitude can't reside within the same mind at the same time. It's impossible to have a negative and a positive thought going on at the same time. So choose one. Choose wisely. And no one even needs to know. They will do, because you'll be beaming. You naturally sparkle when you start talking about your desires or things that have made you feel really good in the past. And then it's normally you miss that, and then you drop your vibration because of the lack of. rather than just, it's like count your blessings, rather than appreciating what you have experienced, all those good things. One thing's for sure is that it's just a constant of change. And if you keep your eyes open rather than dwelling in the past, wow, I was going to say you'll notice what's actually kind of in the moment, and you've got heart of the moment. You'll see all the love and the opportunities. And okay, so let's read heart of the moment, card number 16. You are entering a time in your life where past and future are colliding. In this present moment, you have a powerful opportunity to decide how you wish to continue in a certain pattern of relating or not. This may mean leaving a relationship or starting a new one, but even if you cannot yet make that decision with peace in your heart, you can still partake of the heart of this moment and decide how you shall choose to be. Will you speak? Will you choose to let go of shame and criticism, of judgment and anxiety, of loss and despair, and just be with your own heart now? Will you choose in this moment to trust yourself, even if that trust says you have to wait a while longer before you can make a more long-term decision? This is a time when you can alter your future, stepping into relationship with another, with the divine, with yourself, in a new way. Even the smallest choice for love is a step in the best direction. You have the heart of the divine within you. It's not too hard for you to choose love. Let go of the people who want you to choose jealousy or fear or doubt. Their games are not nearly as fun. Choose love, and who knows, maybe they'll join your party instead. This oracle brings you a message. You are in a transition zone in your life and relationships. It is one moment that will manifest as many opportunities, where one choice will open up many pathways to fulfillment for you. We always have the chance to create our future with our present choices, but at this time you are in an especially fertile karmic period, having just come out of a cycle of learning and about to enter into a new cycle. This is the time to be willing to take a chance or a risk, to be happy within yourself, no matter what is going on around you. Your life is about to take a karmic turn, and you can feel peace in that knowing. Just that karmic turn, but just this uncertainty, it's clarification. You're going through this sort of this transitional phase here. Your past and your future is colliding. Destiny, the wheel's about to turn. So even though with it being in reverse, have faith and allow it to. Let's read the poem. Love provides the opportunity to express the core essence of our very nature. It touches us at a level of feeling beyond the human norm and renders our beings incapable of a feeling with greater depth or wonder. Love is the fabric of life. It is the substance that holds it all together and the magic that opens the unknown. It is the quality that speaks to our soul, that opens our heart, that excites our spirit and allows us, in its presence, to become something greater than ourselves, something more than we are alone. Okay. Right, let's quickly get some relationship harmony there. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments, conflicts are being resolved now. Let's give these a shuffle. There we go, a life review. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. It takes courage to look at your life. Yet if done with compassion and a sense of humour, you'll grow and learn from a life review. I'll help you take stock of where you've been. We'll look at what you've learned and how these lessons are a valuable asset for today and tomorrow. We'll also notice life patterns that aren't serving your highest good, and we'll take steps to release those patterns. Working with Archangel Jeremiah. One of Jeremiah's purposes is to help newly crossed over souls review their lives. He also helps those who are still living to make life reviews. Take time soon to be alone and ask Jeremiah to help you review where you've been, what you've learned, what patterns you're ready to release, and what you're grateful for in your life. Comes in with those count your blessings. Okay, we now have the Seven of Swords. So that's kind of like the end of deception and envy, and someone's walking away. So, okay, calm down, wind. I'm going to finish on a Sacred Spirit card, guys. I think I might do the Divine Feminines a read as well. Okay, this one really wants to come out. Love and light. Act with care. $26. Resistance. Higher intervention is required. Act with care. Sending this love and light means two things. The love, the deepest form of unconditional love possible that you have in your heart and beyond physical comprehension, and light, the purest form of light that permeates any darkness and finds any cracks or imbalances that are unable to resonate at this frequency or vibration, gently raising those to this level. People can sometimes be resilient to assistance. Those with addictions or challenging behavioural or physical issues may not be able to ask or be willing to receive help. Feeling helpless can be overwhelming to caregivers and those with strong empathic qualities. Not being able to offer aid or having assistance refused when a person's pride is too great can also feel disheartening. More importantly, though, is to remember to respect their free will by acknowledging their own personal interference or intrusion into this person's life. Being too pushy in this area will have the opposite effect and personal karmic backlash, so make sure your ego is kept in check. Those stuck in victimhood archetypes or their emotional pain body are often not willing to be active participants in their own healing on a conscious level, particularly if their reasoning is recent or raw, including issues such as trauma and grief. Everyone heals in their own time, and it's important for respect to be given in this moment. All you can do right now is send this issue or person love and light. You are merely an observer in this case, and it is out of your control. Regardless of the physical outcome, there is little you can do except send this love and energy to this issue. This has the potential to energetically shift the situation into a positive outcome. Anyone you know can receive this loving form of healing energy, purely sending from the heart with the celestial realm of 100% pure light can alter lower energies into a higher frequency, helping those experiencing hardships or a tough time in life. Okay, so spoke about learning how to ground this energy here, and that's exactly it, learning how to send love and light without just while being an observer. Okay, so using your energy. So the shadow aspect, it's like no words are needed, are necessary. The shadow aspect is pride, emotional and physical defiance and loss. The sacred crystal is rose quartz, which is beautiful. It's unconditional love. Okay, the healing of the heart. Okay, oh, the angel assistance is guardian angel Ramiel, and it's giving and receiving love and compassion. Affirmation, I accept I cannot save everyone. I choose to help those open to assistance. Okay. So it's like help those that are actually, open to this, to wanting to know more, and the others you can just send love and light to. Love and light. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Have yourself a fantastic day, and I will catch up with you soon. Okay, much love. Take care. Bye for now.